What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a great day where XRP is up 10 cents in 1 minute. At least it felt like that. We're going to continue drawing the comic. I am streaming on multiple platforms on X, Twitch. I wanted to say Twitter, but X is Twitter. Facebook, YouTube. I think I said all of them. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, X, and TikTok. 5 platforms, alright. And you should be able to engage with each other, except on TikTok. Alright, but I will keep the chat in TikTok here next to me, and I will try to find a way how I can also integrate the TikTok chat here in the screen. Alright, now let me just hit the record button because we're gonna record, and as always we're gonna make this path forward video. And I actually had a thought. I had a thought that we kinda wanna change this part because I want to erase the panel there, and I want that his hand, because now it looks like, oh, he's scared to draw hands. No, I'm not. Let's try to add a hand there, so it looks like he is like turning his hand, like the palm is facing upward. And actually his little toe needs to be there. And not a little finger, not a little toe. Little toe there. Kinda wanna make it like this. So his hand should be as big as like that. You can make it three-dimensional. This is kind of his palm, you know? And it's kind of twisting a little bit because, as I said, I want him to raise his little finger there. Here are the knuckles. So it's smoothing there. This is rather a helping layer. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the smallest part. Here are the fingers coming out. I actually want to paint a little bit of white underneath so that the bush is not disturbing, you know. I can get rid of it later, that's fine. Just want to have some space here. Black. And when you make this hand, like, I want him like turning this hand like this, right? But from that perspective. It's supposed to look like that, but we're looking from below, so we have to look at this hand like that. So here this will be his index finger. Oh, how nice! Look how nice the weather is. Isn't it beautiful? The ring finger has to be a little smaller. And the smallest finger even more. Like so. We're connecting it. And then here's that perspective. You actually don't see the thumb, right? Want to cut this piece actually out. It's a new layer. I'm gonna merge it with this one, so we might be able to transform it a little bit, maybe make it a little bit smaller. With the hand look a little bit tall, a little bit big. He's bending his arm, his hand backwards. It should make a crease, right? Like so. Maybe I made the back of his palm a little bit too long, so I'm gonna bring it a little bit down. Yeah, that looks way better. Sometimes you just need to find the problems in your drawings. So yeah. He makes this movement of moving the wrist backwards, right? That actually uses the tendons you have in the back of your hand. It's pulling it. Actually, also here, the muscles. So you should be able to see the tendons, the bone. Yeah, those are tendons on the bones. They're going like this. Like so. Also, hi to everybody who is actually watching on TikTok right now. Thanks for joining. I think right now it still appears under the game section, but there's no. I didn't find any artwork section, you know, in TikTok. It's just education. Maybe I should put it on the education instead of gaming, because this is no. It's no child's play we're doing here. It's no child's play. Knuckles. Again, we are now going away from the helping lines. We're drawing the real outlines here. I have a thickness of 2. I have no smoothing right now, which is fine, because we don't have to draw very long lines and make them look smooth. It's rather organic what we're drawing here. The ring finger moving in. So need to find a better connection between the knuckles and the actual fingers. Like so. Feel like this finger should be stretched out a little bit more. In a position like that. But it's never longer than the middle finger. That works. I'm just gonna bring these fingers down a little bit. Because for the hand size, they seem to be a little bit too long. Okay, I'm also trying to bring the width of the hand. More in this direction. Okay, good. The bones all come together. Another way how to do it is actually you could take a picture of your hand on the right position in like being in the desired position you want it to be. Too long. So okay. This was also a little bit too long here. So okay. And then the hand is kind of ending there. So and then moving in. Like so. All right. So This knuckle looks a little bit off still. I have to make this hand so big. Feels more natural. Okay, good. So let's check out the size of the hand, because it feels still a little bit off regarding the total size. I'm gonna make this finger still a little bit smaller. Just when it feels wrong, it probably is wrong, so don't be hesitant in correcting whatever you do. I'm going to cut this one out. Move it around. Which brush am I using? I am Step Up. What's up? Welcome to my channel. I hope you're good. I'm just wondering why. Is there a reason why it's writing so weird? Interesting, because this one is so black here. I feel like I had to draw 2 or 3 times to actually get it this dark. But I don't know why. From where are you joining me? I'm Step Up. Can get rid of this whole shebang. My battery percentage 38. You want? Alright, there we go. Alright. What also is a little bit off still. Ah, okay. At least at Twitch it's showing up as an art stream. That's good. On TikTok it's still as a game stream. And have you, like, are you doing art yourself? That's the trick. See, the ratio of the fingers to the back of the hand was wrong. The fingers were too long compared to the rest of the fingers. So a little twist here. And it's already improving. What kind of art are you doing? Are you making? Traditional art, comics. I do all kinds of stuff. I was doing it traditionally in the past, like watercolors, with a lot with pencil. Usually, I would say 90% of my life I was doing pencil. At some point I switched to digital. I just like the freedom and the versatile possibilities you have here. That is really weird. It feels that it cannot press fully. This black is way darker. Wait. But I have a complete pitch black color. Oh, okay. A screenless tablet, that's actually the same thing I started with. It's kind of, yeah, you need to get used to it, right? Because you're looking at your tablet. No, you're looking at the monitor and you're painting on your tablet. That's confusing, but then I used it for years when I figured it out. It's quite helpful, yeah. And then at some point I was able to buy myself like this kind of graphic tablet, which is like a huge display. Yeah, and fell in love with that. So, I was painting on the bush, right? So now I want to erase where I went over the bush. Yep, although I've stepped away from doing full drawings because I've started studying anatomy, so I'm still traditional for now. And that is such a good decision. If I would be able to talk with my younger me, I would scream, shake myself, and scream at me and say, do anatomy studies. It's helping so much. I'm curious, like, how do you approach that? Because I could give you some, because I just recently was doing some anatomy studies and I want to even go deeper in that. And I can give you also some sources I'm using. Helps you everywhere, getting the anatomy right. So here actually is this, on the height of the wrist you have this bone. And the bone actually, when you know anatomy, you know that it's connected with this bone. Yeah, here, the inner side goes straight to your little bone. Ah, okay. Here, I'm gonna write something here. Do you know this website? I'm in no way affiliated with them, and they, like the guy doing that, his name is Stan Prokopenko. He has a background with fine arts, and he does a lot of anatomy and has some free stuff. And then when you want to dive deeper, you can purchase the courses. And I said like I was doing all the free stuff first, right? And yeah, finally I have now the premium courses too. That's insane. It's really good. And I've been trying to do it quick, which forces me to simplify the reference to the shapes. Indeed! That's also an exercise. You can do 30 seconds gestures, you can do 2 minutes gestures, right? And you can give yourself as much time as you want. And it has nothing to do with stick figures. It's actually a completely useful technique to kind of try and catch the dynamic of drawing. Okay, so we have the sun coming from the top. So the backside of his hand will be covered in shadow. So we're trying to find the core shadow here. And I'm gonna put it there. Here. Because normally everybody thinks the shadow is the darkest, which is the farthest away from the light source, but it's not true. And why it's not true is because of reflected light on the other side. And that is why I can just draw this core shadow where it's the darkest, because it's exactly where the highlights or the lighter colors go into the dark colors. This is where it is. And then I'm trying to emphasize a little bit his bones on the back of the hand. Here you have something. So there you have his hand reaching out of the panel. I'm increasing a little bit the line weight of the outline because the hand is kind of reaching out, almost reaching for the reader. And the thicker the outline is, the more close it appears to be. We have the long shot in the beginning where it's setting the stage. We have him talking down here to his dog. The dog is kind of, I don't know, he might not look convinced, but that's what we're gonna do. I actually want to put this, because it's facing down, I'm gonna really put this into dark shadow. I'm gonna leave here a white spot. Like these surfaces, they are facing down, right? I'm gonna leave a little halo here of his leg. Because when you turn everything into black, it might obscure details you want to actually still the reader be able to see. Here's his knee, it's all also facing downward, so I'm putting this into black. So I'm at 97 followers, so I'm really close to 100 followers. 3 more is what I need. Really craving for those 100. That'll be awesome. Okay. So, the dog here. This leg is kind of off. I think I'm gonna make it the leg rather come out here. Maybe just like that. And since this is in the front, I'm gonna make this thicker. Like so. Looking like some fur. Okay. So let's try to bring our whole house in order. We can merge this. We can merge this. We have the full panels. Okay, good. Maybe I can do some more wrinkles here. I'm gonna make this again, it's actually the core shadow. I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker because it's getting a little bit lost. And I wanted to change something else because I didn't like how that turned out. I'm gonna make first on a different layer because I want to see how it looks, so I can easily go back to the state how it was before. like so. I want to make the wrinkles here to his shirt working. Like so. I can erase this corner there, I think. Okay. Like so. And I can also put this one in. Alright, good. It's a little bit too much. And we'll go in and clear these areas. I'm also gonna clean this one because it needs to be a little bit lower. I'm gonna smooth a little more, rotate the picture. This is like his pec muscle underneath, right? You have these lines. So. And actually his suspenders, they are supposed to be black. Tie is like a rather dark blue, but the suspenders. Where's this bone? This bone is already on the. I think you have a bone on the start of the wrist, and then you have a bone actually on the back of the palm. Trying to make this one on the other side. Let's see how that goes. Oh, like this. Yeah, that's good. Okay. These will be rather black. Good. Let me first draw like the corners of the suspenders have a little bit of a different color. And see, I'm giving it a little halo. I'm gonna give the suspenders a little halo, but on the inside. Because his neck area and the black suspenders are mixing up. Okay. Did I make coffee for myself? It's empty? Okay. I have amnesia already. Oh Christ. Good. Yeah, I like how it looks really 3D and all. Let's see if I make this side also black. So make this wrinkle also a little bit deeper, yeah. Right. So you are normally the outlines which are going closer to the light source, they should be thicker. Thinner. The one which are going close to the light source should be thinner, but since the hand is kind of reaching out of the panel, you know, um, and I want to bring it close to the viewer. That's why I left it thick there. Okay, good. So here we have the pants. It's working well so far. I still have to, because the light source comes from there, and this front part should be actually be a little darker. Curious how that is gonna work out. Let's try and do some cross-hatching here. Try to keep the lines clean, that the distance between them is the same. Do it here too. Okay. Sure. Like write your Instagram account there, and I will gladly look them up. So here you can, with the cross-hatching, can already indicate what's the shape of the leg is, you know. The right side is the farthest away from the light source. That's why I make them rather, like on the right side, but rather short. Here you can also make some Artsa. Right, let me just quickly type that in. And I'll shoot you a follow. MC Artsa. They look cool. It's more anime style, right? Cool stuff. I really like this face with the white hair. I like the lighting there. You do shadow with different colors. That's pretty neat. Okay, so let's continue with Doggy. So this part here will be casting a shadow, his leg on his chest. And we can actually make some cross-hatching lines here. But I would like to keep them rather short. Again, with the cross-hatching lines, we are indicating what form the geometry has. So you're also drawing comics or like mangas? I'm sorry. I don't want to call them wrong. I actually like watching animes and stuff. I'm sure this is no secret for you, but what is it? Jujutsu Kaisen is supposed to be a really good one. What was? What is that? Ah, interesting. I didn't know that they had in Korea a different name. Ah, okay. Nice. Yeah, that's for sure a lot of work. So it makes sense that your lines are going towards the light source, right? Could actually, because the chin is not a rounded shape in my opinion. It's like this and makes a little turn in then, right? You can imply that here. Oh, yesterday the Oscars. I'm so happy that Godzilla got one. I watched the movie in the US and it was in original tone in Japanese actually with English subtitles, and it was so good. Reminded me of watching Godzilla movies when I was a kid. That was so good. I would wanna definitely rewatch the movie. The dog looks a little bit like Thanos now with his chin. That's fine. Maybe I can make it a little more detailed. Like I cut everything to half here. I am inevitable. Things the dog. Okay, here I do the cross-hatching on a different layer so I can erase them easily. Here you see. I cross this line and then I erase it again. This part here, in front of the eye, can get some shadow, this one too. The sun is coming from above, so actually the upper part of his eye sockets would be dark. thicken a little bit the lines where some shadow might be caught. Here, there. This part here. I mean, I was thinking that the sun comes from up there. I'm gonna make some cross hatchings here too. It emphasizes the like him raising the, it looks like eyebrows, right? And then actually this can be dark. And then we make the front side of his nose since 2021, okay? So, is there like any famous manhwa? I don't know if I say it even right. Maybe I watched it without even knowing that it's an actual Korean one, not a Japanese one. By the way, so sad that Akira Toriyama died, the creator of Dragon Ball. If I wouldn't have so many commissions going on right now, I would definitely draw a Dragon Ball figure. Solo leveling. Got an anime now with 7 episodes, okay. Didn't hear of it yet, but if I see it, I'm definitely gonna give it a watch. See, we are changing a little bit the shape of the cross hatching here. Kind of give the nose the structure it actually has. Maybe I want to make this black. Like so, and then in the middle of his tongue with shadow. Putting a little bit more shadow under the eyes, also here. Stronger contrast. Here under the ear is some where the light cannot go into, right? Here I'm gonna give him some hairs. Because he's a wrinkly dude. so close up to him, could even give him lashes. Okay. No, I like it better without this connection. Okay. I think I even made this a little bit too thick. It can be thinner. Like so, and we can make some cross hatching here because it's facing away, right? This one can be black. I'm gonna erase this because it's kind of modding his clear look. Do this one also a little bit. That's good enough. So I'm gonna halven these distances here because it feels like it's a little bit too far from another away. So I want to increase the thickness here because I have the outlines quite strong then. And the cross hatching so thin that doesn't make sense. So. Okay. Okay. Here's actually not still the tree trunk, right? In the background. It also has to have like a similar lighting. The dark side is on the right. Let's here imply that this is like grass, right? And therefore you can see that the horizon line is tilted. It's kind of, you know, if I would draw the horizon line, it would be like this. That's why the ground is kind of moving like this. That's why he's standing like this. He also, of course, has to stand upright. And the dog, he is not upright. It looks like he's leaning back a little bit. So, okay. Gonna make here some more details of the tree, but actually this is where I plan to put in a speech bubble. So let's continue now with the last picture. And I'm not so happy with the tongue. I kind of want to make it bigger, I think. And he's so close. Maybe he will also cross over. I'm gonna group the other panels so I have them on one layer. I think that's a smart thing to do. These all. That's the panel on the left. That's the next group. Okay, wonderful. So now we're here. Layer on top. And if we can't finish this panel today, I would be happy. Actually, it's a rather simplified. Or big picture, close up. So there's not too many details. On the lower side of his face, it should be even thicker. Right. That's the mouth. Moving up again. Let's turn it around again. Let's do the other half of his mouth. I forgot one thing on the other side. I actually wanted to draw him some more dots here. Let's see. So that makes sense. Here too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. The dogs actually have whiskers, right? Like a little bit, not many, but some. I think I'd rather go without. Then his nose was a little bit off. It needs to be lower here. Here was the right height. Round. front nose. The front part of the nose, or the lower part of the nose, the front nose. So the Z has several noses. The front nose and the back nose. So this part actually needs to be thicker because it's facing downside. I was drawing this part actually on the wrong layer, so I'm gonna cut this out. Even durch Ausschneiden, so it's a layer through cutting it out. Put it here, no, it's here. Good. Then this part should be rather black. And part on his nose, of course, too. Maybe it should be a little thinner when I go inside. Like so. Okay. Let's start with the eyes, finally. Let's give the dog some expression in the face. Tomorrow will come out a new episode of the Disney series Shogun. I really like watching that. I can recommend it. And the main role is played by, like, when you close your eyes and I tell you to imagine the most Japanese looking actor, I'm curious which actor you're coming up with. And when you look the series, then you'll think like, this is exactly the one I envisioned. He's like always playing a Japanese, like samurai or whatever, warlord, hotel guy. Sanada is his name, I think. Like Canada, only with an S. Still stick with the... We're drawing eyes, right? Let's draw the eyes. So... Is XRP doing something, by the way? Where's XRP right now? Of the ocean? Next to XRP? Where's this pessimism coming from on a day which was so good? Want me to help to get the tapes off? Later? Okay. Okay. These are the pupils. I want to make the outline of the collection a little bit thinner. And here, so you can actually add another reflection, make the eyes really glossy. Because on the other side you also have like the corner of the eyeball, right? Okay. Okay, good. Isn't that a happy dog? How you can also make it seem or look more happy is like when you put these wrinkles at the edge, outer edge. What is it called? Anterior? The lateral edges of the eye. So. Okay. So let's make the outlines thinner, because as I said, they're going towards the light source, right? So they need to go thinner. You can even leave a little gap there. And the moment they face away from the light source, we can make them already a little bit thicker. Basically, this dog was drawn out of my head. We were doing in earlier streams, we were doing dog studies, remember? And that really helps. And dogs come in all different kinds. With long mouths, muzzles, with shorter, rounder ones, cubic ones. So this corner I make it specifically thick because it's facing downwards and it's on the other side of the light source. But it should have this similar thickness. Cross edge this area later. Definitely earned some cross-hatching there. Okay, good. Mm. The dog is like a wrinkly dog. Something like that. But the problem is with these lines, with these wrinkles, it makes it almost look a little bit aggressive, you know? And I'm not a big fan of that. He's way more open-minded, the dog, when I don't make those lines in there, right? Because lines close to the eyes, they are very quickly changing actually the expression, the facial expression. And moreover, this is a young puppy, and when we draw too many lines in there, then we make him look old. Ellis Seed, solo leveling, The Legend of Northern Blade. Um, I mean, I rather watch them instead of reading them, but I'll keep that in mind as a tip. And I always like interesting animated series or movies. Here I'm going thin. Maybe 3 pixels is fine. And then he had his ear also there. Right? What they look like, The Legend of the Northern Blade sounds like a rather, it's not futuristic, but maybe like, you know, with swords and arrows and stuff like that. Solo leveling sounds rather gamey and futuristic like. And Elise, I don't know what to make out of that. Elise, Cyberpunk comes into mind, but I might be completely wrong. Yeah, it's this hanging here. Ah, okay. Yeah, when I get the chance, I'll check it out for sure. Thanks for the tips. Since the ear is attached there, it looks weird when I just go through with a line. So I was opening up the line here to the skull to attach the ear. Kind of want to put even little hairs there, you know. There's some smoothing in there. I could get rid of that. So. Make a little hair there too. Make him a little bit, having at least some hair, right? Okay, so number 2 and 3 don't have anime at the moment. But I thought Solo leveling has an anime, does it? So solo leveling is the one with an anime. Here, more here. Then I'm gonna make the space under his ear rather dark. I think you mean 1 and 3. Yeah, exactly. Okay, okay. Yeah, gotcha, gotcha. So let me figure out. I can make this whole space dark here. Which is the space under his ear. Then it has a three-dimensionality, so this is like the corner of the ear, right? I'm gonna actually make it even a little thicker. I think I'm also a little bit too far zoomed in right now because you feel you lose the sense for proportions actually when you do something like that. Okay. Like I made the side of his head a little bit too big, so I'm gonna bring it in even further. And now with an eraser, paint his hair. Let's correct it a bit. Something like that. Okay. Good. Progress being made. So here. Feels like it needs to move this way, right? It's again a scene where part of the panel is reaching over. Mhm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4. 4. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. now let's clear out the border of the panel. Here. Oops, I pressed the button. Okay, nice. I have to make the transition a little bit softer here. I'm gonna thin it out a bit because it also follows the same logic. It's going closer to the light source, so I'm thinning out the thickness of the line. Right? The lower we get, the thicker the line work will be. Okay, good. I actually hate already the blue parts underneath, and I want to get rid of that because it's killing my vibe. See, like his nose is almost sticking out of the panels. I like it. It's like he's pressing his nose out of the panel because his ear is still behind. I like that. So here we are gonna draw his chin. That is an issue because I didn't switch layer. I have to switch the layer back to this one, which is not on the blue line. Because at the end we want to get rid of the blue auxiliary lines, right? That's the goal. Here's the chin. And I said I want to do something with the tongue, right? Like this. Put some more smoothing in it. I want to give him the shape of a tongue. A little bit thinner for the side corner of the tongue. I'm reworking the tongue right now. Something like that. Okay, that's good. It's already good enough. We will play a little bit with line weight on that end. So the deeper it goes into his mouth, the darker or the less light is going in, of course. So therefore, the side of the tongue should be the darkest. Like so. Here are the teeth. The teeth are kind of facing towards the watcher, the reader of the comic, right? Those are facing a little bit outside. Okay, I get it. Here they are black, but these little ones, get rid of the smoothing. They for sure point at the reader. So I'm gonna erase the shadow on the lower half. Then you have the gums in front of the teeth, and then you have the gums behind the teeth. They should actually follow a shape like this. The last one a little bit weird. Like so. Right? This is like the lower part of the tongue being stretched. Okay, and then we can again make dark spaces here. So here the dark parts are kind of messing with each other. That is why I'm giving this tooth a little halo, so the contour doesn't get lost. Here, his mouth obviously is also casting some shadow. Underneath here, shadow. This part also will be dark. Can make this line also thicker, so the reader understands the shape of it. Okay, good. Let's clean it up a bit. A little bit too thin. Okay, good. Then we have this saliva thing here. Everybody knows dogs, everybody knows they are salivating, right? A lot. I'm trying to make it look like drops here. Splash. Yummy. Just to make an arch here. That's what I want it to look like. It needs to be a little bit of an overlap. Yeah, that's better. I like it. We can move that a little bit closer to the tongue. See that connection. And now let's do some cross-hatching here. Turn this whole picture around. The cross-hatching is kind of following the shape of the drawing. Following the shape of the geometry, that's what I wanted to say. So. Good. Here the front side of the eyelid. I'm gonna give him some shape by doing this. Because it's so small, I have to switch off the smoothing. Alright. What else do we have here? Here too. Silva City Gamer. Welcome to my stream. What's up? What's up? How are you doing, man? Doing good. Thanks for stopping by. Are you also doing art? Let's not get this flat, this area. I think first of all we have to make the area under his tongue with this kind of cross-hatching. I always call it crotch. It's cross-hatching. Yeah. You could also make the starting of the cross-hatching down there a little bit thicker, you know? Gives it a more organic feel then. No, on the upper side too. Especially with the area inside the mouth. It makes sense. Trying to spin or change the orientation of the cross-hatching so it follows the shape. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Here, there we go.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time. And I don't really
The area under his thumb has to catch more shadow.
I'll slip into your dreams tonight.
So I'm putting that into dark.
I'll take it to Mars. I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Here you go.
So give me your arms.
It's a tedious process, but as long as you keep your lines clean, it will give it a cool look. I'm gonna, because I want still that you will be able to see the corners, right? So I'm gonna give again this halo. Actually on this area is where you have the bigger shadows. So. Okay, yes, looks good, I like it. Then here are the teeth. Make the backside of his gums. Some half hatching, alright. The core shadow actually is also not doing that with a thin line, with smoothing. It's kind of walking down here. So we will get rid of the blue line, of course. Then it will make more sense, sure. We need to have still a space for the dog's speech bubble. He'll be like whoop, whooping, barking. You might call it barking. Here too. Cross-hatching kind of is imitating the shape here too. See, because he's kind of almost perfectly symmetrical looking towards the reader of this comic, and that's why I make the lines branch out. Put some cross-hatching there so it connects with the line. The wrinkles, the space. Here, adding some more details. You can make some more cross-hatching on that side. Because this surface is again facing away from the light source. And on that side then logically too. Make those a little thicker because they need to go hand in hand happens with the cross hatching underneath. Alright. Here I make even completely black lines. Right. Can even make these lines have to point at the center of the eye. So we're give it a nice little this corner here a little bit thicker, and here the same thing. So just recently I watched Demon Slayer. I really enjoyed it. Like it feels like I mean, yes, the episodes are rather short. There's a lot of unnecessary screaming, but I really enjoy the fight scenes. Watched season 2 and 3 with my wife, and it was entertaining. Nah, I don't put any shadow into the eyes. I want to have them clear. Some more. Get on that side. Okay, and then we have his body. See it there. Here, maybe some here. So around his skull, the hair is rather short, I would say. Here is one of his legs, right? Here's the other leg. Kind of turning into a shoulder. This is also his chest, right? But I want to make it hairy. He has a hairy chest. So I'm gonna make his leg a little bit bigger. Okay, good. Does it make sense to black this part out? Actually, it doesn't, because I said the light source is coming from the left, right? So it should be rather here. But that disturbs the contour of the chin. So the only thing I'm gonna do is to put cross-hatching again underneath. That's okay. We can push this lower part into the background by just putting here some cross-hatching. I'm gonna use the thickness of 4. Like so. And then here, rather the shape of his leg. And we can basically say that we are finished with the first page. Almost. Let's try to keep the smoothing going. There you go. Somebody said, congratulations on 5,000 Zerpy. This is as hard as... Nice. Well, it's not over yet. The week is not over yet. People can play that game and earn some real money. Okay. It's called, it's a cryptocurrency project. And it's called Zerpay. Zerpay. So it's a double A. Why? Search for it on Twitter if you want to participate. Okay, I'm gonna black out this whole space here. Then I'm gonna go in with my... Oh no, that's not a good idea. I wanted to go in with my eraser. But then I would delete the cross-hatching and I don't want that. So I'd rather keep it clean. Okay. Did I erase too much here? Super smoothing here. Okay. I erased that again. so. We have to finish that one. Let's go with the smoothing. And draw that all the way. I'm sure there is for Photoshop also something like speech bubbles, you know? You just, instead of painting them yourself, you can just drag them in. Like in PowerPoint, you know, you can just draw, put in the speech bubbles. There you go. Space under the tongue. And then this is also the back side of his body. Good, that was fast. Right, and it really looks that we're finished. I really like the first page. Okay, let me save. Never forget to save. Where's the blue layer? This is the blue layer. The only problem with the blue layer is I'm gonna save it also as a new layer, as a new picture. I'm gonna get rid of the alpha channel. Is that about right now? Where is the blue layer now? Okay. Okay. So that's the issue. I can erase everything from the blue layer except from a little thing there. This. Because I painted a piece of the skyscrapers. Also on the blue layer, which was a mistake, but now I can flip the selection and I can delete everything from the blue layer. Where was the blue layer again? There. What? Why did it suddenly turn off? I'm gonna erase all of that. Suck. Go to the channels. We have it. Okay, cool.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. I'll stick like glue inside your mind. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
But then it appears again. Blue color. The blue always comes back, right?
I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me. Give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me.
I really believe that part. Not a big problem.
Just watch me. Just watch me.
Draw in the windows as they should have been. Just some corrections because I made a mistake. They're quickly done. Here is the same. So I think here we also just had vertical windows. Like that. Since there are two bushes in front of each other, I wanted to give this one a little bit of thicker outline so you can tell the one bush from the other, right? So nice. Side a little bit thicker. I think I should stop because I'm just trying to quickly finish the picture and rather am not making any clean works now anymore. Okay, good. So the last thing I'm gonna do, but we'll do that offline at a different time. I'm gonna put in the speech bubbles and everything. We're gonna save that now. We have the opening long shot with establishing the scene. Our main character is walking the dog. Then he is like, "Oh, what a wonderful weather!" Right, and the dog is kind of listening. And then you can see how he is actually totally agreeing. And we will do, as I said, speech bubbles. Okay, so thanks for joining. We filled the time to our stream. Basically finished the first panel. I hope I see you in the next stream, and maybe in the next stream we will crash that or go through this 100 followers on Twitch wall. Alright. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm gonna rate somebody. I wanna rate somebody. Who are we gonna raid? Let's raid an art channel. The raid. Oh no. That's not a raid. First I have to go to my dashboard. Raid. Seems like my brother is online too. The name I want to raid because I cannot search for categories of the name of that channel. Bell Beeps. Okay, let's raid Bell Beeps. My channel, dashboard, raid, Bell Beeps. Suck. Start the raid. Right. Thanks for joining. I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.